Hello, this is a quick tutorial on 5.1A2. It's a kind of a quirky sheet because we've got A2 are going to be the circle problems, and the problems that are not circle are going to be 5.1B2. So you'll hear me doing those on a different video. All right, so the important thing to remember here is that when we're estimating with fractions, we're estimating to the closest zero, half, or whole. And if it's a mixed number, we're just going to the closest whole number. And again, these are just guidelines. Okay, so we have 7 and 1/6. Again, I look at that 7. Is that closer to 7? Or is it closer to 7 or 8? Well, 7 and 1/6, that's really closer to 7. And then we look here, the 5 and 8/9, is that closer to 5 or 6? That's closer to 6. So we've got 13 here, 7 plus 6. 4 and 2/10. Okay, again, I'm looking at the mixed number here. So it's 4. Is it closer to 4 or is it closer to 5? Well, it's really closer to 4. And this one here, right in the middle. Looking at the 1, but we have a half next to it. So is 1.5 closer to 1 or is it closer to 2? Well, this is one of those ones where I would probably just say that this is like 4 plus 1.5, which is 5.5. And again, this is why I hate teaching this unit, because it's a difficult skill to teach because we change things around. If you follow the rule, this one would round up, and if you said that this is 4 plus 2, and you said that was 6, that would be a fine estimate too. Okay? Not as close as my estimate of 5.5, but you followed the rules. All right, when estimating fractions, here we're just looking here. So we're at 11/13, that's almost a whole, so we'll call that 1. And we have 15/16, that's almost a whole, so 1 minus 1 is 0. I know you're saying, how can it be 0? It's just a small amount. There's not going to be much left over when we take and subtract 1 minus 1. So, all right, let's see. Again, we're looking here. We're looking at that 6 and 4/5. So is it closer to 6 or 7? Well, this one's going to be closer to 7. And now we're doing multiplication. Oops, wrong target. This will be for the next video. Let's stay to the circle duds. We have 6/11. Well, and that's a fraction, so is it closer to 0, half, or whole? And that one's really closer to a half. So we have a half minus 1/5 is really closer to 0. My estimate for this is 1/2. All right, I'm going to leave you 3 problems to do on your own. When you get to these big ones, just estimate this, and then estimate the next 2.